Hello, welcome to my yoga class. Today we are going to be focused on expanding and lengthening the body. I really love the concept of focusing on space and how we can effectively lengthen and take up space in the world in a positive way, one which enriches others' lives. You can sit on your bottom, you can put a pillow on your bottom. I am going to give you modifications. And you can sit in a chair if you'd like as well. You can sit on your knees. I do want to just bring some gentle awareness to the breath, so you can close your eyes down. If that's uncomfortable for you, leave them open, that's fine. Remember that yoga is all about modification and adaptation in a way that works for you. There is not a right, nor is there a wrong. You need to make modifications as you go, the ones that feel right for where you are in this moment. So I just want you to focus on your breath. And I want you to take some deep breaths and try to focus on breathing in through your nostrils and out through your nostrils. If you are congested, that is okay. Breathe however works for you. Just know that whenever possible, if you can utilize air through your nostrils, the oxygen is more easily accessible and utilized by your body that way. I also want to focus on expanding through your belly. Oftentimes we're taught in society to hold our belly in. So on this next breath, I want you to exhale and expand first into your belly. And then up into your chest. Keep going on the inhale and out through your chest. And then lastly, push the air out of your belly by pulling your belly in. Let's try that again. Expand, inhale into your belly. And up into your chest and open your whole body up. And expand and contract. Belly contracted last. Let's do another 2 breaths like that. In through your belly. Open up your chest. You can even open your arms up and open your neck up and out. Close it down. One more time. In through your belly. Up through your chest and open, 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 open. And back down through your chest and through your belly. And then just breathe normally. During this practice, whenever you feel that you need to take a break, please do so. Come back to child's pose, come back to seated pose, come back to laying on your back, that is fine. And refocus yourself on a gentle breath. It is helpful whenever possible to keep your exhales a bit longer than your inhales. So we're going to begin on our hands and knees. And we're going to do some cat-cows. In general, when you expand, you want to focus on the inhale with expansion and exhale with contraction. So we're going to arch. And inhale and pull your shoulder blades down into the middle of your back. And exhale. And arch up into your angry cat position. One more time. Inhale. Open. And exhale. Pull your belly button into your spine and arch your back. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale and arch. can start to add whatever movement you want into this. Inhale, whatever feels good for you. This is your practice. And exhale. We're going to make this movement a little bit bigger. Inhale. Arch shoulders back and down. Exhale. And now come back to neutral. Let's just warm up the core a bit. If this is too difficult for you, well, I'll show you first, but I want you to extend your right leg back and your left arm forward. And then you're going to pull your belly button into your spine and lift. And I want you to really focus on lengthening, so you don't want your head up, you don't want it down, you just want to feel almost a string pulling from your core forward and then from your leg backwards, so you're just a straight string in a straight line. And pull that belly button into the core to really help you with your balance. If you need to put your toes down, that's fine. And just keep focusing on pulling in opposite directions and lengthening the back body. And focus on your breath. And now you're going to touch your right knee to your left elbow and curl in. Oops. And then expand out. Breathe in and exhale. Curl in, left knee to right knee, left elbow to right knee, and then expand. One more time, knee to elbow, exhale, and expand. And then come on back down to all fours. If you need to shake out your hands, feel free to do so, and we're going to repeat on the other side. So left leg back, and right arm out. Pull your belly button into your spine, and raise your leg up if you can, or keep it down and grounded, whatever feels good to you. Let's focus on some nice, slow, steady breathing. And we're going to pull our knee into our elbow, and exhale, and then inhale and expand. Knee into elbow, and inhale and expand. Knee into elbow, and then inhale and expand. And hold it there. And slowly lower back to all fours. Let's just come into child's pose for a second. Walk your hands over to the left and get a nice stretch through that right side body. If you need to put a pillow in between your feet and your buttocks, that works also. Breathe into that right side body. And then let's walk over to the to the right. And breathe into that left side body. Then come on back to all fours, and we're going to elevate into your first downward dog. So let's push up. I want you to focus here. And again, if this is too much, you can always come back down. When I first started to do yoga, I could not hold a downward dog. I did not have the upper body strength, and that is okay. So just know that you can come down to your knees and break, and then come back, and you might be just doing intervals of downward dog. But for the time being, I want you to focus on your index fingers straight forward. Open your fingers up wide. Pull your shoulder blades back down toward the mid-back and center line. And a slight pelvic tilt, so you're pulling your belly button in, but you're slightly tilting your buttocks back up to the sky. Sometimes it's helpful to bend your knees a little bit and find that pelvic tilt, and then work on strengthening your feet
Initially, you may not be able to straighten your knees, and that is fine. Just do what works for you. I like to sort of move my neck around and let my head hang. You can walk your dog out. So just bend one knee and then bend the other knee, and you can twist your hips a little bit that way. And we're going to do some rolls. So roll forward into plank if you need to. Come down to your knees. We're going to chaturanga down and to the belly. And I want you to spread your fingers wide, your arms wide, almost like you're making a goalpost. And we're going to do some pushes up to baby cobra, and then come on back down. Remember, with opening, you're inhaling, and contraction, you're exhaling. To warm up the back body, you can squeeze your glutes, your butt muscles. And exhale back down to the ground. One more time. Inhale. And exhale down to the ground. We're going to push up into push-up position, a high push-up, and then back into downward dog. Big breath. Yeah. Okay, here we go with our flow. Right leg up into the air. Bend that knee and open your hip up. Squeeze the right glute, pulling your knee to the sky and making some nice length, and try to even your weight. Focus on evening your weight between your grounded foot and your hands. And then pull the knee in to your chest, round your back, and push back up again, three-legged dog. And then open again, squeeze that right glute, and then one more time, knee into chest, and hold it there, and step through gently. We're in a high lunge right now. I just want you to focus on opening that chest up as much as you can. Breathe in, and pyramid pose. Fold forward. It's helpful here try to keep the hips straight, so one hip might want to flare out to the side. Try to keep your hips straight. If you need to narrow your stance, that's fine as well. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Come on back to high lunge and open up. Arms up to the sky. Breathe in and out. Warrior two. Breathe in and out. Let's hold here for a second. I want to examine this position. Your feet don't need to be in perfect alignment. What's more important is if you're balanced between your front foot and your back foot. And you can sort of lean forward and backward to feel if you are balanced here. And just focus again on opening up your body. So one string pulling your right hand forward and one string pulling your left hand backward. And there's an expansion of space. Lean forward and then tip backwards into reverse warrior. And side angle, right elbow to right knee. And let's hold this for a second with some breaths. Again, I want you to focus. One string is pulling that left hand, which is cut off on the screen, up. And the other string is pushing into that back left foot. We're going to flow through this 3 times. So come on back up to warrior two. Reverse warrior, inhale. Extended side angle, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Extended side angle, exhale.
Last time, reverse warrior inhale. And then we're going to come down to the ground. High lunge. Step back. Exhale, chaturanga. You can go to your knees. And this time pull through into upward facing dog. I like to sort of roll my back out a little bit, side to side, and then push back into downward facing dog. We're going to repeat that on the left side. Left leg up. Open that hip up, bend the knee, and contract the left glute. And then pull that knee into the chest. Exhale. One more time. Three-legged dog. Open that knee up. Contract the glute. Three-legged dog, and pull that knee into the chest and exhale. And then step through into high lunge. Take a deep breath here. Focus on opening your chest up and outward. And pyramid pose. Again, hips ideally in as much alignment as possible. You can shorten your stance. You can even pick your toes up on the front leg if you need to. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale. Inhale, flat back, and we're going to come into high lunge again and stabilize, equal weight between the front and the back foot, and then arms up to the sky, reach up, deep breath in. If you need to bend your back knee a little bit, you can do that. If it's too much strain on your hip flexors. Most people, this is one of the tightest areas in their bodies from being seated for most of the day at a desk. And we're going to open up into warrior two. I'm just going to flip around so you can see me. Again, I want you to just stand here for a second and focus on, is your weight distributed evenly between your front and your back foot? And focus, close your eyes if you can for a second and just feel the string that's pulling your left arm forward and your right arm backward and opening that chest up and taking up space and expanding. And dip forward, flip the hand, come into reverse warrior. And forward to side angle pose. Take a breath or two here. And again, focus on that string pulling through those top fingers and pulling your foot down to the ground, the back foot. Take up that space. And we're gonna flow. Reverse warrior. Inhale and side angle. Exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Straighten your leg if you need a little bit of a break, and then just come back into it. Side angle, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle, exhale. And come on down to high lunge. And step back into high plank and chaturanga. You can come down to your knees, pull through to upward facing dog. And let's come back to child's pose. You can come to your knees or to a seated position again. And bring your hands to prayer or bring your hands to your legs, whatever feels good to you. And we're going to end with 3 deep breaths. I want you to constrict the back of the throat as you breathe out your nose. Breathe in and exhale slowly. Breathe in, expand, and exhale slowly. Make that ocean sound. Breathe in and expand. Breathe in a little more and exhale. Please take a moment to stay seated or lie down and just be present. Let your breathing come back to normal. The physical postures, the asanas of yoga are meant to prepare your body for this resting moment, Shavasana. When your mind wanders, accept the wandering. Resisting the wandering only creates more tension and resistance. Accept the wandering. Notice whatever judgments you're having about the wandering, and visualize letting those judgments go. You do not always control your thoughts. However, you can decide what thoughts you give power to. You can decide not to move forward with the first thought that pops into your mind. You can decide not to move forward with the reality of the first emotion that comes to you. Being able to sit with your breath and sit with your thoughts and allow them space to release will allow you to have more peace in your life, because it gives you the space you need to choose. In peace and health, namaste. Thank you for watching. This is one of 3 videos that I have made for the culmination project for my 200-hour yoga teacher training certification. I am Dr. Dana Mincer. I'm a board-certified family practice physician, owner of Love Health Direct Primary Care. We have locations in both Fort Washington and Doylestown. Excited to be welcoming our nurse practitioner, Chloe Rushmeyer, to join our team. We provide holistic and lifestyle-based primary care that honors your sacred humanity. You can find us at www.lovehealthdpc.com. If you liked this video, please feel free to hit the subscribe button below. In peace and health.